Yeah, I thought go later in the day for that.
Yeah.
I'm here to learn how to do long-term maintenance and some keys to remember and hold on to so that we can stay ketogenic for a lifetime.
Yeah. So I think the most important thing, Kim Howardson touched on it, is what's your why? Why do you want to do this? If it's just, oh, I want to lose so much weight and have a number on the scale, you're probably not going to stick to this long term. That's a short-sighted goal. And so if your why, I'll tell you my why. You want to know my why? Yeah? My why is I want to be a great-grandfather out in the backyard kicking the soccer ball around with my great-grandkids and all the family being like, Grandpa, sit down, you're going to break something, what are you doing? And I'm going to be like, that's my why. I want to be the grandpa that all the grandkids and great-grandkids be like, my grandpa sucks. I want to go to his grandpa's house. He's crazy. You should have seen him. He was on a zip line and he was at the chainsaw. That's my why. I want to be that grandpa. I want to be the coolest grandpa in Tennessee. Great grandpa. That's my why. And so, you know, now I've got a goal. Now, does it matter really if the scale says 230 or 232? Makes no damn difference whatsoever. I'm still within this range. And so currently I've ranged from 227 to 233. That's and just depending on how intelligent I make decisions or how ignorant I make decisions, that's what we do right now. And that might shift down later or it might not. I don't know and I don't care because I want to be that crazy ass grandpa that everybody loves. And so to do that I need strong bones. I need muscle mass. I need to be strong. I need to have a good VO2 max. I need to have good cardiac output. I need to have a good brain that remembers how to kick a soccer ball without falling down. Right? I need all those things to be working. And so what do I need to attain that? I need an excellent diet full of the most nutrient-dense foods that humans have been eating for thousands of years. I need to eat foods that are uninflammatory. Right? I need to eat foods that are very low in carbohydrates because Grandpa can't kick a soccer ball if he got his leg chopped off because he had type 2 diabetes. He'll be like the TikTok. Have you seen that where the guy's got a nub and he fakes kicking people and they're like, and you ain't got no leg. I don't want to be that. I can't kick a soccer ball like that. Right? So I need to eat uninflammatory, low carb, nutrient-dense foods that are not inflammatory in order to attain that long-term goal. Also, I've got a young wife that's pretty good looking that I'd like to, keep around. Right? Does that make sense? So if any of you guys why is like, I want to lose 40 pounds, that's a great preliminary why. That's great to start with. But you need to be thinking about your long-term why. Why am I doing this? Why does it matter? Who cares? And a good why for many people is just to show my doctor that he's dumb. That's a great one to start with. I'm going to outlive my smart-ass doctor. Love it. Love it. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes.
And live until you die.
That's right. Live until you die. That's right. Yes, ma'am.
So I started keto 5 years ago. Did really well, intermittent fasting, lost 30 pounds. This year, January, I started ketovore, incorporated a lot more beef, just meat, period. But I've gained, up to this day, 20 pounds.
Yep.
My clothes are a little tight. I haven't had to buy new clothes.
Yep.
Menopause, of course, is a full effect. Is that what the problem is?
Yeah, it's partially menopause. It's partially your gender. It's partially your age. And it's partially probably due to the fact that even when you were keto, you were portion controlling, even if it was unconsciously. Most women, some men, but mostly women, have had it hammered into their head since the time they were 3 years of age. Oh, honey, a girl shouldn't eat that much. Anybody ever heard anything like that said? Now, at least in the South, young boys were actually applauded. Look at him, he's on his second plate. Look at him, he's going back for more. That's actually applauded. And so, but for women, no, honey, that's a little too much, don't you think? And it can be very, very nice, aka passive aggressive, how it's said to you, but that still gets into your heart, gets into your unconscious. And so many women, when they go ketovore or carnivore and they just let the dogs out and just eat until they're truly full. How many of you guys, when you hear me say that, that still makes you, like, that scares the crap out of you? Like, no, you don't know me. Raise your hand. It's fine. Be proud of it. Like, no, you say that, but you don't know me. Okay? This is all physiology, folks, and sometimes you will have some initial weight gain like that. When your body's like, boo, y'all, finally enough nutrition. Excellent day. Let's put on some more bone strength. And guess where that shows up at? On the scale. Let's put on some more muscle mass. Guess where that shows up at? On the scale. Let's put on some more fascia, connective tissue, cartilage, tendon, ligament. Let's strengthen everything up because finally now this crazy heifer's eating as much food as she should be eating. Right? That's going to show up on the scale. How do you feel?
I feel really good.
Feel really good.
Really well tonight.
Yeah.
All the good things.
Everything's good, just that damn scale.
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah. Now, but yes, it could be gender, it could be age, could be hormones, could be undiagnosed several conditions that I talk about on YouTube, or it could just be that you've been semi-starving yourself for your entire life until you heard Kelly Hogan say, honey, go at it, and you did it, and you're like, oh, I gained 20 pounds. Yeah, but if the blue jeans are fitting pretty darn good, if you feel great, if you're sleeping great, if you got great energy, remember what I said earlier? Did I really care if the scale was up or down a little bit? It's not about that. It's about long-term health, long-term vitality, outliving your doctor. That's what it's about. Yeah. Hi. Maybe that needs to be our new hashtag. Hashtag outlive your doctor. You like that? Yeah. That's good.
I have stage 3B chronic kidney disease.
Okay.
My nephrologist is considering putting me on Farxiga.
Okay.
Is that something that's appropriate for someone on a proper human diet?
Well, it's good. Go ahead.
It didn't look from the little bit of research I've done, it didn't look like it would be helpful for me.
Well, it depends. If you're committed to a proper human diet, very low carb, nutrient dense, full of animal protein and animal fat, the Farxiga is probably the only thing it's going to do for you is waste your copay.
That's what I thought.
That's what it's going to do. Now, your nephrologist thinks that it's going to protect your renal function. But what protects your renal function better than having a very low normal blood sugar, very low normal insulin? Nothing in the world. What's the number one cause of kidney failure in the United States? Diabetes, high blood sugar. That's probably number 1, 2, and 3. Like the second thing, hypertension, is way down there. And so if you're using a proper human diet to control your blood sugar and your insulin,
I've never had diabetes.
good, okay, so that's not a problem. And then number 2 are hypertension. Yeah, okay, so you need to get your carbs low enough to lower your insulin enough to protect that remaining kidney function. How many times have we seen somebody with stage 2 or stage 3, A or B, chronic kidney disease, reverse it back a stage? I mean, you guys have seen that, right? And they're not even healthcare providers, and they've seen that. Absolutely. Now, if you want to add Farxiga, that's fine. I don't think it's necessary. And so it depends on your finances and how comfortable you are with the side effects, right?
Yeah,
which are significant if they actually happen. If they're not insignificant. And so what if you had a conversation with your nephrologist and said, look, let me just try 3 months beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. You don't have to tell him that because that might bring on more conversation. But just say, I'm going to try to eat an organic, non-GMO, very, very ancestrally appropriate diet that has no processed foods whatsoever.
She knows I'm keto.
Okay, well, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, and just say, let's see if I can improve my kidney function.
And I've gone from taking 3 blood pressure medications to taking half of them.
Oh. Now, how much is that protecting her remaining kidney function? A lot. But there's 2 reasons. One, her blood pressure is just lower. But are taking multiple blood pressure medications together, are there any potential synergistic side effects from doing that? Hell yes, right? And so you're protecting your kidneys from 2 different angles by just that one thing alone. Huzzah, that's pretty brilliant. Yes, absolutely. So it's up to you ultimately. Have a conversation, do your research. You've already been doing that. But if your blood sugar's great, your fasting insulin's great, and now your blood pressure is great, why are you taking the Farxiga again?
I'm not, she's just.
But I'm just saying, and that's a great conversation to have with your doctor about any of these things is, now why again? Did you want me to take that? Yeah. Yeah? Okay.
Thank you.
When it comes to lab work, you always recommend 12 to 15 hours fasting.
Yep.
I understand why no shorter than 12, but why no greater than 15?
Yeah, because how many people have fasted for a while and then checked your blood sugar and went, what the? Right? And so it's not if you fast too long your blood sugar goes up, but if you fast long enough, you'll start with through gluconeogenesis and glycolysis, you'll start to release some blood sugar, and you can actually make your serum glucose go up, which is going to freak you and your doctor out. Refer to previous question, like, why is my morning blood sugar? Well, because you fasted, right? And you may have fasted longer. So we've set the 12 to 14 hour benchmark because your blood sugar and your triglycerides are not going to be at a stable level if you fast longer, or if you fast not that long. And so if you just eat 4 hours ago, your triglycerides are going to be very different than if you fasted for 12 hours. If you fasted for 24 hours, your blood sugar is going to be very different than it would be if you just fasted for 12 hours. So how many of you, your doctor has said, you don't have to fast anymore for blood work. That's old school. We don't have to do that anymore. Yeah, now what's the technical term for that? Bovine feces? Yeah, you need 12 to 14 hours. You need that so that you've got a normal blood sugar, normal fasting insulin, and normal triglycerides. Those 3 are very important numbers. We want them to be at where they need to be so we can know where you're at metabolically.
Thank you.
Yeah?